Driver on this journey, sir, advocating for the establishment of National Inspector General for Tax Crime Commission. What is your motive, sir?
Thank you very much. Like I said, it took me time to educate our people about the essence of this bill. Taking this bill to the National Assembly was not the first thing. I'm supposed to tell you that we started from having meetings, workshops in different states to tell people that our economy is sinking. Right? Because if you look at the Nigerian economy, there is no need to say that all is well, even if you pretend. Now, my target was that nothing a Nigerian will want to do, unless he did not decide doing it, he will surpass those who started it before him. So the problem in Nigeria is, would they want to do anything? They will do it well, including the wrong ones. But I'm telling you that any decision a Nigerian man make and want to do it, they will always do well. So the thing I want to do is to get people involved. And when they are involved, I pass this message, they captured it, they became so much interested. In fact, the whole Geopolitical zone, every place we have went to, that they said no to this. So this is when I started drafting the bill itself. The idea is the question here. But the bill itself is something you need to draft. I wrote it myself. I have to take it to people who know law for filtering, which they see it as a good thing, because I have my law, I cannot tell you the name of my law chamber who is handling the matter, but he saw it as a good job. What he did was to just to make a retouch that will suit the bill, and here we are. We're able to even take this bill to go to the NILS, the National Institute of Legislative and Democratic Studies, for filtering again. They looked at it, they give it a pass mark. Then we now take it to the National Assembly. So the National Inspector General for Tax Crime Commission is not just what you get up in the day and do it. No, it's not ordinary bill. It's the bill that is talking about the heart of the nation here. The concerned citizens of Nigeria is talking about what is dangerous than Ebola and COVID-19, which is finance and economy. So when once there is trouble in the finance and economy, the danger is worse than the epidemic. So there's a lot of seriousness, the lot of interest. People have to say their mind, and they were asking questions. How is it, and what are we going to do? Then we take it to the National Assembly. And my happiness is that the man handling it, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, APC Abia, Ben the Federal Constituency, is a man that I think I respect him a lot. He's a barrister in making. He's a complete barrister, and the nature of his job, again, demanded that he will be sure that you are telling him the truth before you even go into that type of project. He's the spokesman of the house. It took him time to take the bill there, because he have to ask me questions, you have to review the bill, you have to look at it. Finally, he took it to that place. And now we're in the stage of second reading. And I'm happy that the bill have gathered momentum. What are we talking about? To have an oversight, just like any other country is doing. To have an oversight on what Federal Revenue is doing. It don't necessarily mean they are not doing well. They are doing well according to their capacity. But I can tell you the Federal Revenue is still operating in the taxation law of 1939, which is not obtainable again in the world. Then there was no internet. If it does later, Nigeria was not part of the internet. But today, the entire globe is connected to the civilized world of internet, globalization, which is electronic service delivery. So you cannot do it in isolation. So today I'm happy that the nature and the attention that the National Assembly is giving the bill is making me happy. Under the control of the person I respect so much, the Right Honorable Speaker of the House, the Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, Bajabia Amina. I respect him a lot. Femi Gbajabiamila is an experienced lawmaker. You don't just bring whatever you want to bring. They will look at it. And I'm happy that they know that we're not telling government to to establish an agency that is asking government money. We are going to bring money to the government. So that is one thing, the best thing in it. Expanding the tax net and reducing tax equally. And maybe in the course of the discussion, I will tell you a lot of things that is concerning tax. People are being taxed. People don't pay. There are some areas that was neglected. It don't necessarily mean there was corruption in the FRS. No. The greater trouble we have is the neglected area, and some people are crying because they are being taxed, and so on and so forth. So the irregularity is not a human being's name. It's a system failure. Until we do what other people are doing in the world, we will never get it right.
Sir, how many African countries that are practicing this type of taxation system?
Wonderful. It will be understatement to think that people are not doing what we are asking we want to do. In fact, we came late, but we are not late in the sight of God. I have to tell you this because nothing is late when God is involved. Nigeria may have suffered for a long time, or maybe this is the time God wanted to come. We borrow to fund our budget. It's not enough reason to sit up. Now that we have sit up, and we really want to do what other people are doing, I will tell you, because if I start to talk about the Western world, it seems as if they are God. But right in Africa, we have more than 25 countries who are doing what I say we should do. In fact, to the extent that those who are doing very well, like Kenya, Gambia, Lesotho, South Africa, a lot of these people have 25 to 30% or thereabout percent to their GDP. The revenue collection IGR to their GDP is 25%, while our own is around 6 if it is up to. So who's supposed to be bothered? Us. But yet they were conscious enough to create the same agency I'm talking about. The agency of checks and balance, the scrutinizer. The checks and balance in the taxation system is very important. In fact, it's important more than the collection. It's like you are throwing water in the basket when you don't have checks and balance in taxation system. It does not really mean that the person collecting is not serious or corrupt. No. When once you don't have the checks and balance, which is called the auditors and investigators, which is mainly what we are coming to do, we are not coming to collect tax. We are coming to put things in order so that we will communicate the National Assembly ordinarily, like United States, Australia, UK and places. They report to the National Assembly Congress, who are not a partisan something. It's not APC that is forming the Congress in the National Assembly, neither the PDP or whatever party, Labour Party or whatever number you call. The truth is that the Congress is conscious, because before you even do anything, you will remove anything called partisan taxation business, because it is the money that will be available first before you talk about who is going to operate with the money. So there was nothing like APC or whatever. So we are doing what others are doing already. You can't look at it. Imagine like people like Ghana, people like Uganda. Do you know that Kenya have a school that is meant for tax crime? An institute of tax crime is built in Kenya, in Uganda. What are we talking about here? In fact, if Nigeria have to start what I'm saying today, I'm even expecting that we are likely going to have that school here, so that the whole West Africa will be attending our school. We are in a peculiar situation here. We have problem, and very soon the world may not be very comfortable to borrow us money, because when you are borrowing money from somebody, you should be able to tell the person how you are going to pay back. So the movement we are making now, and they are watching us. They are now seeing that it is likely that we are not going to be able to be paying what we are collecting. Or do we still believe that we will always go back to say, forgive us the loan we collected? I don't think that is correct. But the truth is that 25 or more African countries is doing that. The question is, are they people who are? Yes, and more. Because the OECD demanded it, which we belong, but our membership in the OECD is ambiguous. We are not serious. Because the IMF practically say it, the chairman of IMF, he said that we fight corruption ambiguously. Can you see the implication? That you are saying something and doing something else. You don't fight corruption, you create a remedy that will even stop it from happening. If you allow it to happen, it may come out. How many people will you catch if you want to actually fight corruption the way our fighting it? No. Put a check that will stop it not to happen. That is all.
Thank you very much, sir. What are the benefits of this agency to Nigeria economy if it is enacted?
Thank you very much. Like I said in the beginning, I don't need to, look, I feel happy because most of the questions that you're asking me here have been asked in the National Assembly all over again. And I'm happy they understood that I'm not doing it for personal interest. That some people will bring agents so that they'll be able to head it and become director. Have not crossed my mind. It doesn't even bother me. But I know that if there's anybody who loves this country, who don't want the disintegration people are talking about, which people will even like to make more news with, I don't know why they love bad news than the good news. The good news is that they offer 2 million youths, because the greater number of people that are my members are mainly youths that are following me in Nigeria, are being happy that I'm giving the hope and courage that there will be hope, there's hope. They will always say, then go agree. That's how God, when they say they go agree, I say, when we reach to the bridge, we will cross it. So look at what will happen here. Take for instance the Nigerian Labour Congress. All over the world, the people that pay tax correctly and honestly, honest payers of tax, honest payers and real payers are mainly the labor unions. Why? Pay as you earn that you used to hear is being deducted without telling the owner of the money. Before they pay your salary, they remove it. It depends on how they want to do it, quarterly, half of the year, or full time. Depends how they want to say, but the truth is that they will remove it. The government own may not go a wrong way. But the truth is that the multinationals who are collecting this gossip, the federal land don't go straight to the company and collect it on each person's head. Sometimes it will end up meaning that they will tell the management to mop up the number of their workers, bring the thing together and submit it to them, remit it to them or whatever way. I cannot tell you that there's no foul play there, because the truth is that something is not correct in our system of taxation. So based on that particular thing, if these people are the people paying, I'm telling you the benefit of Nigerians, not just the federal government. The NAS is asking for increment at certain times. They may tell them they will give them this money, but they will not even know how to get the money to give them. Because when they hit them with their strike, they will either accept out of intimidation. Actually, federal government may not have money. I know. But the person that is complaining, is he right? Yes. Is the federal government going telling the truth that they don't have money? The truth is yes. But if they don't have money and the person that is complaining is saying the truth that it doesn't meet the thing you're paying is not up to what the inflation in the country was talking about, why not talk about how to meet together? Like NS now I'm talking about supposed to join us in this talk. Because I can tell you about 7 or more than 7 countries that whenever they start to talk about transparency in taxation, it was the labor union that used to ginger it, support it, to pass it into law. Because when once the center did not hold, a good man will not perform anything. Because I am telling you that when they are paid and the money were deducted, they will still use this little change that remain to go to the market to buy, and the VAT will be paid. The white buy market from the same place Dangote white buy market is the same place workers white buy market. It's the same place the worker buy market is the same place Otodala, Atoeze, and whoever you know have been buying their market from. Or just any other person to put them. So there was no particular market that was meant for workers to go with their card and buy cheap, like some countries who were able to do that because of distribution. Look, there's inequality in this particular process. So the workers are even paying tax more than the main multinationals we are talking about. It may be a widow's mite, but let me tell you, the truth is that they are being muzzled. And when they complain, people hardly understand what they are talking about. Somebody has been deducted his income tax properly more than anybody, and he equally go to the market with the change in house to go and buy and pay VAT, because this VAT, you won't know where you pay it. You buy Coca-Cola, you pay VAT, you buy this, you pay VAT. I am not against it. It's a very nice way of taxing done by Babangida, because the only person I conduct to tell the only person who did well in taxation in Nigeria is General Babangida. He may be an army officer, But I'm telling you, the democracy have not done any job. Since 1999 to date, nobody have visited tax. From that 1939 to 1999, see the gap, 60 years or more. Do you know before the coming of democracy, in 1992 alone, Babangida have to spray tax and stop this stop and search on the road. Before, if you move before, you will see people blocking the road, asking you a paper that you used to cut in a year. Someone will be yellow, green color, depend. They want to differentiate so that if they bring the, you don't even need to read it. They will simply see the color and know it's for this year or last year. So this is the way they disturb our people before on the road. The man come with a wisdom and he put a committee that was headed by Emmanuel Edozian, Professor Emmanuel Edozian. They were able to come with the Federal Inland Revenue Service from FBIR, and it was upgraded. Now it means that they expand the tax net to state and local government tiers of government. Very good. The same year he did not waste time again. I love that man has wisdom. The man now upgraded it, and he was doing what other people are doing, exactly what other countries are doing. He now goes straight to VAT. This VAT, you see, comes the same year with Federal Revenue Service, which means instead of asking somebody tax directly, if he buys something, he pays tax. You understand? So a lot of people who thought that Fumi Lawrence Okotie went in 1929 was a trouble, people die and women naked themselves. When once your citizens are not believing in your method of taxation, which is the only place the government have junction with people, the only place people commoners were made to meet with government is taxation. And when once you give them the wrong, you make them to feel bad, or their perception is that you are not doing it right, it's either they behave like the answers, which is not the right approach. The right approach is what me and my colleagues are doing now, going to the law to make a good law for the people, because the people representing us is the National Assembly members, both the other house and the other house, the rep and the senate. So if you lay a complaint there and they were able to do it well, you are now treating millions in one blow. You understand? So if you can treat that 1 million in one blow, I am telling you that Nigeria, that you are seeing that Babangida did this tax like this 1992, supposed to upgrade to what is happening today. Today we have electronic service delivery, ESD, that we need to upgrade to match what the OECD is talking about. Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, was saying. Go and modify your domestic taxation to suit the global best practice of taxation, which is having the collector and having the auditors and investigators, but they are not going to be a department inside or under like this FRS. They are going to be independent. The TICTA of the United States, the FATCA of the United States, the IGT, Ombudsman of the United of Australia, the HTTC and Ombudsman of United Kingdom, and so on and so forth. Nobody is talking about whether it will come or not, because already it was one of the 10 global principles of the OECD. I'm sorry that Nigeria went there. Then, by the former chairman of the Federal Land Revenue, Mr. Batunde Fowler, and the former minister, Mrs. Kemi Adeosun, they went there 2018, just about June like that. They came back and they told them, go and do something so that you can share automatic information with the rest of the world. It's not bad. It's going to be automatic sharing because the main money is in the transfer pricing. And that transfer pricing can kill a country. The money Nigeria is losing in the transfer pricing is over 9 to 10 trillion naira a year. How much is our budget? Who is telling you that we are going to collect 5 trillion to survive? From how? Even if the federal revenue collected 8 trillion naira now, it will not even go near to our problem. What will be fine is around 18 trillion. And that is what I know that will happen. They have never been a country who upgrade, who innovate, who was able to structure their taxation system to suit the best global practice in the world, that have never grown. Look at Uganda that was bastardized with a poor economy. When they entered this, they grew. Uganda is fine today. Can you imagine? A lot of things will just change. And again, the taxpayers will enjoy. I can tell you this. The taxpayers will enjoy because some of them pay bribe more than what they would have simply pay as a tax. They don't know their right. They are living afraid. They will put you in pressure. The tax collector may not be wrong, but he don't, because nobody was guiding him. This is something that needed protection of the taxpayers and guiding the people collecting to avoid excesses in the process. Because the tax collector may not really think he want to victimize any person, but the law that will tell him where to go and the way he not go was not there. So what I'm trying to say is that the people who will come and will be as a moderator in the center, both for government, let me tell you, there are so many government policies that will come, that will be against government. Government will not know because there was nobody there to make an inspection and evaluation to that particular policy. So there will be leakage, and the taxpayers who are wise or who are let me put it this way, who are smart will use it, and the people who normally use it mainly are these people who hire the experts who will watch and tell them where to pass through. They have their lawyers, they have their bankers who will say, oh, don't worry, this is what you will do. Because dodging tax is different from tax avoidance. Dodge somehow is not punishable by law, because the person will tell you the law that said what he did was not wrong, but it was the work of the people who are expecting an evaluation, which the Federal Land Revenue don't have, and you don't blame them. There's a work overload in that respect, because when we come on board, we are the people who will look at it and now take it to the National Assembly. Oh, so and so place is making us to lose revenue. That's what that particular department is their job, is inspection and evaluation. So automatically the gain the country will get, first of all, is to put a mechanism that will be able to make us mobilize this revenue without hurting anybody. The government will be happy. The taxpayers will be happy. Even the FRS, if they want to be honest, they will say they are happy, because we have reduced a lot of burden. We now do a lot of the checks and balances. Our job. We will have interaction with them, even when we disagree in a particular thing. The National Assembly is there for us to meet. When we react in what we think they are not doing right, they will come to react. When we say what they are not doing right, they will come to react, just like any other country. All right. If you go to United States, they call TICTA. I mean, IRS, Internal Revenue Service, call TICTA nagging mother-in-law. If you go to Australia, the Australia Tax Office call Inspector General of Taxation of Australia as ombudsman. They call them David against Goliath, because they know that the ATO is the Goliath and the new agency 2003 is David. But they were worried that the power that these people have, always they make their power as the person who is doing tax before all time, a long time ago. How is it that they now come to almost be their oga? Does that mean they are now Goliath and the new agency is David winning them? It was a joke, but let me tell you, they used to be happy. They would just say it when they come for a general meeting. When they were talking, they say, we now become Goliath to your David. They will laugh at it. The other one will say, you people, these TICTA people, Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration, TICTA, you people are nagging mother-in-law. They will laugh. The two directors will laugh. It's not bad. It's just to get something right so that the country will not collapse. Whoever believes in supremacy or whoever is there since to me, the person is not doing it right, because we're talking about the life of our yet unborn children here. I think that is fine. And you're asking about the benefit. It is too much to count. Everybody will be fine.
Thank you, sir. Sir, with the level of corruption in Nigeria, what are the mechanisms you intended to use to actualize the aim and objectives of this bill?
Yeah, thank you very much. I continue to tell you this. Without enough mechanism, I won't be talking to you. As I speak with you, I no longer bother how they will pass this bill. I now ask myself, to whom much is given, much is expected. Eventually, Nigeria say, oh yeah, what do you do? Because even if I'm not the one to operate, I should be able to tell, because we have men and women who really read. Some of them don't have job. Some are doing some job based on they cannot do anything. So what they learn is like it does not benefit us. These are experts in different fields. We have so many computer gurus. We have so many people who are lawyers who will turn to, who will just change if they did not read it, to tax law, who are going to be this and that in this agency. So that makes this agency have 6 departments. They don't do the same job. This is one umbrella headed by one organ, but the departments will tell you how ready we are. And again, when we finish the thing we are doing, we're able to come out with our first 5 years strategic framework that I have put in place. I'm telling, as I'm talking to you now, it has been prepared and kept.
Good.
Because if I'm doing anything, I'm telling you, I'm doing it with the connection of what is happening on a part of the world. Because even the United States, in 1862, they copied the United Kingdom. So anybody saying he's going to do it in isolation is lying. The Australia you are seeing today that is doing very well, they in fact the acceptance of tax compliance, or the acceptance of tax in their place, because they were rating them. That means the rating of the taxpayers of Australia was the highest, while compliance was Singapore. So if you don't copy or check or find out what they were doing to do their own right, that's as good as you don't want to even do it, because you can never know it until you become involved in the process. So the process is that the mechanism we are using, I actually went through other countries' operation, but basically the people I want to use, which I'm thinking government is going to take it, is that we are going to use the United States. Why? Not every tax system is different. They may be with the same outcome in the end, but our method and their method is the same. United Kingdom is operating in one umbrella. The person that head Her Majesty Revenue and Custom, Her Majesty HMRC, Her Majesty Revenue and Custom. You see the difference? Now, it's the same person. The custom is there, the revenue collector is there. That means our custom and the revenue and the custom and the FRS will be one person heading it in the United Kingdom. When you go to the United States, they have separate IRS and the custom service. This is exactly how our own is. Our own and their own is very good. It's even part of the democracy more than the UK own. It's a part of democracy. It proves democracy much. But if you can be able to separate them, it was even us who suppose we that, as I'm asking for this particular agency, the United Kingdom may not have it if they don't want to have it, but they have it because they were still conscious that taxpayers are crying. And when once taxpayers are not happy with you, you barely collect anything from them, because they have to fall in line with you, believe in you. Now, I'm trying to tell you that we will reduce tax to the barest minimum. We don't want any excuse from a taxpayer that will make him not to pay voluntarily, because enforcing tax is expensive more than self willingness to pay tax. I mean self-compliance. All right. So if you do things right, they will just follow you. There's nothing like forcing anybody, because when you do it right, the collector would have nothing to tell the taxpayer, because already he complied. But because you put a pressure that's not correct, with that pain, some will run away. Some will say, "Now wait, now I will give you so that they will reduce it for me." It now become a discussion, which is not supposed to happen. So sometimes they will be paying bribe, like I said in the beginning, more than what they will simply have paid government and go their way and stop begging anybody. So now, if it is true that this is what is happening, the departments I will tell you now will now tell you how much we are ready to do this job. What do I want to do? In the United States, which is what we want to copy, they have 50 states. We have 36 states. The gap is not much. All right? They have 100% who have 75% quantity of state. So whatever they do, and they have multiple races, different from people from different color, different. In fact, their own is even worse than our own. But let me believe that we have multiple tribes and languages in Nigeria. All right. For that reason, we should play exactly like United States, so that all this disbelief in government will die down. Our people disbelieve in government, and that is the thing we are going through today. If people disbelieve in you, the security, you barely control the security. All right.
Yes,
so what I'm trying to say now is that the mechanism is, first of all, we have the Inspector General of Taxation, who is the head. We have his deputy, principal deputy of the same Inspector General of Taxation. We have the deputy for audit. We have the deputy for investigation. We have the deputy for inspection and evaluation. We have the deputy for ombudsman department. This ombudsman department is the people who will go around, sensitize people, try to make jingles in the television and so on, telling people who we are and what we come to do, because we will first of all make a line that people will love us. Talk to kings, talk to our clergies, go to schools, have seminars, have workshops, have conferences, invite the Nigerian LLC, which is the highest stakeholder in the matter. Let them be part of what we are doing, so that even before the year end or the year start, they will tell you what they are expecting to collect. So there's no need of trying to make our budget with assumption. When we say we are going to collect 10 trillion this year, instead of going down, it will go up, because new companies are springing. There must be something like houses that are not there, that have been completed. A lot of things that was not there, or empty land, they just build it new. So the number of houses is 10 last year, maybe 15 or 12 this year. So the truth is that it will go up. And the another thing is that with this mechanism I'm telling you, we have the firearm support side. They don't come out. You don't go and hire EFCC to come and do the job for you. No. The monitoring of tax is an everyday job. Calling them means that you are calling somebody to come and do automatic task force and leave. And if you leave, the place is vacuum, and nobody can do that job for you. So to go and hire them like a formal FRS boss did, Fowler did last time, he hired EFCC. Today, my brother, Mr. Nami, is hiring ICPC. I'm not saying it's wrong, because they don't know what to do. It's not their fault. And there was a time Mr. Nami said, look, we are still operating in 1939 tax law. I was laughing in my room. I was happy. That man was so bold to say it. Because you cannot blame them. It's not totally their problem. Let me tell you that they were even surprising me. They can be able to come up with up to 5 trillion naira. The leakage and the porosity of that system is too bad for somebody to tell him to do. Which kind of well can he do? Let me tell you, recently he went and formed about 30 something, or is it 25 or 30 something, 32 or 35 auditing unit to control transfer pricing. How can he do that? It was international something. You don't even do it here. If you communicate well over there, you will share it. All right? And it's our job, not their job. They will even enjoy it, because we are going to stand like Interpol between them and the world. The police international collaboration was not done by IG. It's not his job. He can only get update. So the thing I'm talking about is that there are areas we're going to complement the federal line revenue. There are areas that are purely ours. They will have the auditor in their own, because they have internal auditors. But does not stop us from being the main auditor, who is independent. The investigator who is independent, who will be answerable to the National Assembly, not the federal finance minister. Because if you want to do it well, all these countries don't go to their finance minister somehow, because the finance minister is assumed that was appointed by the particular political party who is the president. It doesn't mean that the person is bad or corrupt. No. The thing is that you do it the right way, that people will believe in you. The Legislative Congress comprises a lot of party made, different parties. So when you bring a thing on the table, it will allow them do a thorough job on it, because we are talking about tax here, and the tax is nobody's own. It's for the incoming president and the one that is sitting. So if there's a thing wrong there, and somebody is believing that, and when he come in, you do it well. If there's no money in the system, are you going to come with your money So there must be something good before you talk about coming to do well. Because if the system is so bad that there was no money in the system, you end up coming to complain about those who have ruled and left, those who are not doing well, those you want to go and catch. Catch who? Are you going to catch a? The best way is to make the money available. And if you put the system in place, the system will pay you. The transfer pricing that will come from what I'm telling you today, from this agency and this group I'm telling you, we have our law department, they call it legal department. We have the firearm support, who is like police in us. They will wear special uniform. They call them special agent in the United States. We have the ones that are going to be the auditors. We have the investigators. We have the inspection and the evaluation. Do you know why inspection and evaluation was very important? These are people who will come and check whether the taxpayers crying. Is it true that the workplace they are being infringed? Are they being infringed? Is there anything that they are crying that is true? And you don't need to allow them go to court because some of them are not strong enough to challenge their matter in the court. The only way you can save them is the ombudsman that is within us as a mediator to treat their matter and tell the FRS, oh, he's correct, something is wrong here. Or entirely that the whole system is against taxpayers, or the system is against government. We are not for anybody, but we are for everybody. All right? We cannot side government, neither would we going to side the taxpayers. But we will do a lot of help to the taxpayers because I'm telling you, here in this country, a lot of people are being taxed more than double. But some people are not even paying at all. Let me tell you, the funny thing is that we don't collect property tax. Just because maybe government, whether they want it that way or not, but the truth is that you can't collect property tax without us. We are going to go to all the states. It's our job to make sure that everything called data that we can be able to capture in urban areas, not village. We know we have many villages, but we only have many cities in the country. Some states have more than 4 or 5 cities. But they are not paying tax in all these other companies and property. They are not paying tax. But if you go there, it doesn't mean you are going to charge them too much. No. And their landlords are not saying they are not paying. No. And let me tell you again that they are paying. Some of them pay double. You need to go and see what's happening. But the thing is that sometimes a governor will just get up and take it to settle somebody. I'm telling you, there's no need somebody going to squeeze. We are talking about our life here. So the governor or whoever that gave somebody to become a task force that will go and collect money, to tell you that is not a steady job, they will do this here, next year they will not do it. It's just a matter of if the person is comfortable with what he collected, he just go home. It's not a database business, which is not the way out. We cannot have money and still be borrowing money to fund our budget, because if you do the area of property tax, well, let me tell you that place alone can solve a problem of 30 to 40% of our need in taxation.
Thank you very much, sir. Finally, sir, what advice will you give the government about the bill you are advocating for?
Yeah, I think I have to talk about the National Assembly here. This is the number one people. They were sent there, or they were made to be there by our people, so that they will make laws, protect the law, protect the people, talk about their welfare. Let me tell you that a lawmaker is not meant for only his constituency. He will discuss his constituency matter. But let me tell you that the paramount of what they are there for is to make sure that the law that will help the entire nation is being mentioned. And when they see peculiar ones like this one, they won't waste time. So I'm surprised, or maybe let me just believe that, because I have to pronounce it, that Honorable Ben Carlo actually wanted to push this in last year, or the COVID-19 came in. So it's not entirely that they don't want to do something. No, that is not true. It will be bad of me not to be able to praise them enough. They are doing a good job. But because this year have entered half, whatever reason, they should try and pass this bill, because it's supposed to be treated as an emergency. One, the government itself, President Muhammadu Buhari, should know that he said he's for the poor. And that transparency is for the poor. Yes. Do you know why it's for the poor? When once anything go wrong, it is the poor that suffers it. So coming to make programs that will dash them kerosene, money, whatever money they say they are giving you, who are you going to give and leave you? The only way is to do something that will flow money in. All right? Because if government is talking about 5 trillion, 8 trillion in the FRS, as far as I'm concerned, it's nonsense. Why is it nonsense? The value of dollar during 2014, which is very close to President Muhammad Buhari administration, dollar is about 130. I'm an importer. I know how much the money is. There was a time it was 120. Let us use 130. In 400 naira, which I know people say is more than now. I've been too busy. I didn't know how much it is now. But if it is 400, what do you think that 4 trillion naira of 2014 is in dollar now? You have more value there now. Now, if the naira now become 400 naira, is it not like saying that you're supposed to tax that 4 trillion to 3? So that federal revenue will now give us 12 trillion. They still end up, sometimes they will say, we try this year, we have 5 trillion, I will laugh. You should know that that thing should translate to dollar, because we are buying everything in dollar. We import most of the things we use to build our roads, railways, whatever infrastructure we are talking about is imported. How many of them are locally sourced? So if they are going to be imported, why are you going to quantify it by saying you tried Jonathan time or 2004 down or 2012 was 3-point-something trillion? Let me tell you, the 3-point-something trillion is 10 trillion naira. Why didn't it translate to that? And I'm not indicting the Federal Revenue Service. I'm telling you that the transfer price, the way the foreign currency is, that time they didn't touch it too, but they were lucky that the oil is high. So sometimes the Federal Revenue will just simply say the oil is low. That is why we are not doing well. I will laugh. What about the house payment, meaning the property tax? Do you understand me? If there's oil low, what about that thing that is steady? All right? So if you're not doing it right and collect the tax that it will translate to what the world is talking about, you are losing. So if President Muhammad Buhari and the vice president will hear this, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, I know them. They don't talk too much. They may not be too quick to react to criticism, but let them know that Nigeria is crying, bleeding. That the group following me, if we were a violent group, they would have seen us since. They might have invited me, or maybe DSS would have arrested me. You understand? But why is it that I would not say they don't want to hear me? Now that I have come to the media, I have not been too much involved in the media. It's not just 2 months ago I started to talk to the media, because I want to be sure what I'm doing. I'm not making a propaganda to make money. I am not poor, neither am rich. So I am telling them that I was careful to be doing this for the past 4 years. I was not in a hurry. Now that I was able to know what I want to tell the government, let him sign this bill. In fact, if he did it, he have done more than any other thing he have done in this government. Because he was using this silver bullet to kill so many birds. No quantity. I cannot tell you 10 birds. This single silver bullet will give President Muhammadu Buhari credit that no president has. Tax transparency is discussed all over the world. The IMF, even the IMF said that we should not go home and do something to do something to our domestic taxation. The woman said it sometime ago in 2019. Yes, he said Nigerians are fighting corruption ambiguously and that they should go home, that their domestic taxation, there is a lot of room for improvement. Will she tell you like that and still explain it for you? Don't you know what she was talking about? Go and restructure this place. Let there be checks and balances in what you are doing. Let somebody monitor the transaction so that you get it right. You cannot give federal revenue the work to, first of all, they are going to collect, administer, audit, investigate, inspect, and evaluate for where. It cannot work. You have never worked anywhere. In the United States, who have all the gadgets before, who even jailed somebody in 1947 because of fraud, they were complaining that since after Joseph Dunan, nobody was jailed again. Because now all the people who hate IRS now knew that Joseph Dunan was not clever enough to do what he's supposed to do as the chairman. Because if the chairman tell any department, I don't want you to investigate that, and they stop. So they were thinking that those who entered now take correction from that man, nobody will have been indicted again, which means an indictment to government. They even to the extent that some senators and some legislators in the rep and the senators, a number of them that if I bring, I will count the names that came up to say, let's scrape out Federal Internal Revenue Service IRS of the United States. And one of them said, no, you don't scrape them. You will not invite agents to come and head this agency here. So the only way out was to create external auditors scrutineers out to be independent agency, so that they will now be the one reporting to us. Let the collector collect, like as our own is. We are not coming to collect tax, but let me tell you that the additional money that will come in, government will be amazed, because some of them is going to come internationally. All the things the multinationals are doing, going on, maybe some of them don't intentionally don't want to cheat us, but because we have no mechanism to ask them to tax them, we cannot tax them. We have international citizens. International citizens who have companies overseas cannot pay us. But United States created FATCA to come and collect such tax for them here, because Nigeria have no way to share information with them. They now create Foreign Accountants Compliance Act to come and collect their tax for them here. They will give all the financial, ask them, they will tell you. All the financial institutions in Nigeria were giving conditions on what to do to any American firm or individual that is doing business here, so that they will pay them their tax there. Because if they have problem here, it was their same government who will come and fight for them. So whoever is doing business as a Nigerian outside is as good as a Nigerian outside is expecting that if he has a problem like the South Africa own, we used to come. So based on that, the person should be paying tax based, not a lot of money, but do you know that the much our people, my own side of the country, Igbo say, that means if they unite together, it will foam. But if you unite alone, it will not foam. But 10 people start to unite, it start to foam. So it may be a little money, but you will see that it will form a lot of money you never expected. So we need some type of money to come in, and they're going to come in this dollar we are talking about that is expensive. So if you believe in the domestic connection, you barely collect nothing. And let me tell you that most of the tax today, tax is in cyber. You can try, because you know some of the premises of people who are doing business here. What about those who are in America doing business in Nigeria? They don't need to come here. The ESG, the Electricity Service Delivery, grant them to do business without even visiting here. How do you tax the person if you are not in the system? You have to be in the system. So you benefit from the automatic information sharing of the OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, said it clearly that you need to share information automatic. They didn't even say when you come to, when you want to. A country will give the country. It's automatic. But you must belong. So I am worried. In fact, let me tell you one thing good about Nigeria, I'm proud about Nigeria, is that, in fact, we have over 70%, particularly our youth, patriotic, honest, hardworking. The only thing is that they are confused. They don't know what to believe in the government again. And it's a danger for who is coming to become the next leader to be doubting the leader that is sitting on the throne at the moment. It is more dangerous than a gunpowder. It will blow the country up. And I'm sorry, we are already going through it. But I don't want to discuss politics in this matter. Let us be talking what we're saying about is tax. But will this thing go a long way in checkmating security? I'm assuring you, it will even do a job a bullet cannot do. Very quietly. It will subside security threat. Bam. And a port agency system is an act against humanity. I'm telling you, it's an act against security. It's an act against democracy. It's an act against economy. Yes. Because when people don't believe in you, how would they, if you like, form harmony, as they are making every region want to have their own police? Well, fine. Because we have. But let me tell you, the best way to do it well is to make money available. An angry man, right? A hungry man is what? An angry man. All right? So let me see how a youth who is very busy will have time for somebody to come and lure him into one nonsense thing. We don't want to call name here. All right? But the truth is that some of them were so confused that they have to join the wrong thing. But I'm telling you, as far as I know the group I'm talking to, there was a time, it took me time to tell them that government can do something. And we believe that we still know that even if there is saboteur or sabotage of government of Buhari, that he's going to do it. I give them my word, telling them that I visit a lot of senators, and which is not lie. I've even visited some governors, former governors, and the governors sitting. Some of them really said, go ahead. It is a good thing. Though some of them don't want to come in the screen and say what I discussed with them, and I will not say what I call a name here. Most of our kings, they were only saying, let them do it fast, because the 2003 they are talking about, 2023 they are talking about, I'm sorry. They are talking about 2023. I was worried about me, Philip Hodge, is worried about the next 10 years to 20 years, if it is like this. So it's just complete sitting on a gunpowder. And again, this particular 2023 and now they are talking about, if you are campaigning to be a president of this country and you don't care from whichever party you are coming from, to help us pass this bill as a legislator, you are talking about your party to be the one to produce the president, which is politics. Let me ask you a simple question. Whoever is coming to become, or whoever is she or he is, to the Aso Rock, to come and govern and do that good thing he has, because he may have good intentions, just like Buhari. But the problem is, suppose he come and there was no money, and which is true, there will be no money. Already we have borrowed so much. But what I'm trying to say is that if the person must come, let the person start now in the National Assembly to say, let there be tax transparency. If the people who don't know how to speak English, how many people could speak English in 1929? And a woman, Fumila, I used to respect that name, Ransom Kuti, was able to say no to a particular tax policy. Is it now that women are now professors? Is it now that the women pay more tax more than men? People think women not. The woman said that women will not pay that time. He paid that time. But when tax was modernized, women now pay without asking questions. Women pay more tax today. Are they not more in number? That is why men marry more than two.
Thank you very much, sir. Speaking with the founding father of Association of Concerned Citizens of Nigeria on Revenue and Economy, Oji Philip Oji, and Mechanism Inspector General for Tax Crime Commission. Thanks for being part of us, sir. I'm still remain Comrade Muhammad Gimba Nasra, Finland TV station. Thank you very much, sir.